Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. There are a lot of remaining free agents left. As soon as we get back to business, we're going to predict where they go. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. My name is Jimmy. Sitting across from me is Jake. Sitting across from both of us is BBD. And in California, Trevor Plouffe, dressed in all black, looking good, looking great, looking beautiful. It's Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by Seat Geek. Jake, how you doing?
James, Trevor, Big Baby Davis, everyone live in the chat. The free agents. Anyone who's listening, whether you're working or at a bodega currently, what's up? From your New York goatee champ. Hope everyone's having a good week, hump day. And excited to talk a little baseball. We ended last CBA ep, number one labor pod in the world, people are saying. And we started giggling at the end. We're like, we got to do some baseball, in the words of Alex Rodriguez, the best player to ever play this game. And we're talking some baseball today. We've gotten so far away from the free agents that, I think we can start daydreaming a little bit, Trev, and start thinking where these guys are going to start dancing. So excited to do that with my lads. How's it going on the left coast?
I mean, out here we're doing great. It is a little cold and windy. I told you guys that I'm fine with the cold.
Okay.
And sometimes I enjoy the cold, but the wind, nobody likes wind. That's got to be tough for wind as an element. Just you're hated, basically, right?
I got to disagree. I have.
They provide some energy, maybe.
I have this debate with my good friend David from high school. He hated the wind. He said it was because he was a skateboarder. And you just couldn't do it.
As is Trev.
As is Trev, California boy. A lot of people do hate the wind. I agree with you there, Trev. Always blows mine. The wind's wild. You see a tumbleweed blowing or a garbage pail just got taken for a ride by the wind. I'm like, that's insane to me. How's that happening? How's the wind conjure up the
enjoyable whatsoever?
A breeze is nice. And wind is
breeze
part
is
of
different
that.
than wind.
I don't know. I think it's just a little a light version of it.
I have a reason why I hate the wind. My grandpa was a poolman. My father was a poolman. I was a poolman as a child. Leaves. It's tough. When it's windy, you got your work cut out for you. So we prayed for the calmness, and the wind was our enemy. But I'm fine. You asked me how I'm doing. I'm fine. Jake, what are we doing, man? Is there an end to this? Is there a point to all of it? Or are we just doing it?
Lockout?
It's hard to look at you right now and take anything you say seriously.
I'd like to see how far the goatee can go. It doesn't come up on screen as much as it does in person. Does Jess like the goatee?
Oh, it comes up a lot on screen. I am seeing that.
My sweet, effervescent fiance Jessica loathes my goatee. She couldn't hate anything more. She has threatened to shave me during the night. She doesn't know I've always been into that kind of shit. So we'll see where the goatee saga lands. But right now, it's just potent, I think is the only word for it.
It changes how you would be perceived in public by people that don't know you.
So the only
big time.
The only bummer is, it's still NYC mask lifestyle. I wish I could catch some subway looks of people staring at this bad boy, but unfortunately I don't get that.
Well, eventually, if you do want to shave it, you can use Manscaped because your face is very similar to your testicles.
Yes.
So I don't think you would mind at all.
Right here, buddy.
Hold up. Can I get a round of applause, everyone? Today, I'm excited to announce Manscaped launched their Ultra Premium Collection.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, your choice.
We got this in early.
Your choice. It's my favorite saying. Believe it or not. Up to you.
Not.
Yeah. Can choose not to. It's for your not-so-private parts. I'm talking about a leveled-up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. All-in-one skin and hair care kit for everyday man and covers you from head to toe. So literally, they have non-private part stuff now.
Yeah.
They sent us a whole thing. I got that too, Trev.
I love it.
The chapstick, because my lips have been crazy dry lately.
Are you chapping up right now?
Nice, hot. You ever do chapstick on the field, Trev?
Or just like my lips? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's like a big Glaber Torres when he makes an error, and then
Didn't Rod do that too?
For sure.
A-Rod loves his
He probably did it in the
lips.
batter's
like
box.
carry the chapstick? No.
Yeah.
I did
And
not
play and
carry
apply
chapstick.
it. Glaber Torres, when he was young, like when he made an error back in the 2018 and 19, he would then just go walk to his position and just apply chapstick sadly on like the outfield lines.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was a tough look.
Great chapstick though, right here. I gotta
Yes.
say, I was skeptical of it because chapstick is, that's the thing you put on your lips. That's a pretty sensitive part of your body.
Yeah, and Manscaped
been
is
liking
usually
it.
associated with balls. Anyway, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Talkin at manscaped.com. 20% off plus free shipping with the code Talkin at manscaped.com. We are going to go into the free agent guessing. We have the top 10. We're all going to make our predictions on where we think they sign once the lockout ends. But I watched the Caribbean Series last night. I was tweeting about it, and I feel bad that we're so snobbish and only do MLB baseball. And I know, Trev, you're an MLB snob, but there's a lot of MLB players playing here. And I wish there was a version of it with U.S. or English announcers, because I was listening to Spanish all night, and my wife was kind of like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I know some words, but it's pretty cool. So if you have no idea what the Caribbean Series is, all the Winter Leagues, so the DR League, LEADM, the Venezuelan League, Mexican League, Panama, and what are the other ones? Puerto Rico, Colombia. The winning team plays in this Caribbean Series. So it's not like the Dominican Republic team isn't the best players, the all-star team from their domestic league. It's the top team, which happens to have Cano and Ozuna on it. So they just got through the round robin stage. So tonight is a semifinal game. Tomorrow night, semifinal game. And then Friday is the championship. So if you're desperate for baseball, it's on ESPN Plus, and it's high quality. It's good baseball. Like Trev, if you watched it, I don't think you'd feel the same way you do when you watch college or some of the other leagues. It's up there.
Yeah. If I was to watch any other baseball other than MLB, I would watch this. I remember all the guys coming into spring training buzzing about the series. Obviously, you get to see highlights and stuff. The atmospheres are crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not the best team, the best group of Dominican players, but they are representing the Dominican Republic. So it's it is passionate, baby. If you like passionate baseball, which guess what, you probably should.
Mm-hmm.
It is good baseball. I'll give it my stamp of approval. How about that?
Yeah, and it's a good production. Like the quality of the replays and I couldn't understand it because I don't speak Spanish. That's on me, but it's good. Sometimes you watch the other leagues and it's like you're definitely watching like whatever.
Yeah, you were popping on Spanish Twitter last night, bro. You were.
Well, it was a big play, and it's in the DR, and DR got that call, and it led to them winning. It didn't matter much because they're playing against Venezuela. And I think they were. And they're the 2 seed. So it wasn't going to change the results of pool play, but it was still, passion on the line. Anyway, it's Colombia versus Venezuela tonight, today at 2. Tomorrow, DR versus Mexico, and then the winner of both those playing the championship. Oh, sorry. Both the semifinals are today. Championship tomorrow. My bad. But it's good. Scratched the itch for me last night. I enjoyed watching baseball. I'm upset I missed all the other games. I didn't know they were on ESPN Plus.
Not over that call.
Really bad call. Mm-hmm. And so many people on my Twitter are trying to say, I'm doing breakdown, trying to say it's interference, which it just isn't. Once you have the ball in your glove, you're allowed to block the dude from going to the base. You could fucking stand in front with your arms folded. Just completely block him. So, bad call. Venezuela got screwed.
I love blocking
Don't
the
want
base.
to talk about it.
Okay, let's play our classic transition soundbite.
That was lit. Oh, snap. That was lit.
And go into free agent talk. 10 free agents. I'm going to give all the names, and then we're going to do random number generator to see which one we talk about first. Kenley Jansen, Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, Carlos Rodon, Clayton Kershaw, Freddie Freeman, Trevor Story, Kris Bryant, Carlos Correa. So those are our top 10. I'm going to go to random number generator.
That's a team right there, man.
That is a website we use on our show JJR a lot.
Great website.
live JJR live every Wednesday after the show.
This.
Okay. Are you ready? It is a great website. Actually, I don't know if it's a website. I just Google it and then it pops, like Google auto-populates it. Anyway, you ready?
Give that team a catcher and they could play some ball. Those top 10 free agents.
Put Jansen back there.
Kershaw, shout out.
Good point.
The first one we were talking about is number 9, Anthony Rizzo.
Yankees great.
Is an interesting one. Okay, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just go round robin? Does anyone want to step up and say, this is what I got? Trev, do you want to go first? Jake, do you want me to? What you got? What you want?
I think this one's kind of up your alley. You guys can start with this one.
I have an odd pick here.
I have an odd pick here.
Do you have NL or AL?
NL.
I also have NL. Trev, NL or AL?
I feel like I have 2 teams. Can I do that? Am I doing one?
No.
Illegal. Totally illegal.
Okay.
Absolutely no.
I'll do one.
Okay. Is it NL or
Okay.
AL?
If I have to pick, I'll go AL.
Okay.
Okay.
Jake, West Coast or East Coast?
East Coast.
Okay. Mine's West Coast. I have an odd one here. If we had to give like levels of belief, this would be on my lower side. I have the Padres. They want
reunion.
They want veteran leadership. Hosmer, they already tried to deal him and have someone eat the contract. They may still be doing that. It's kind of a short window for Rizzo on a fun team that has a future, good weather for him to end his career, and they get the veteran presence, the clubhouse presence that team with the new manager and like new everything is asking for. I don't fully believe in this one, but I thought like, oh, that's an interesting mix up there. They already tried to move on from Hosmer. Maybe they find a suitor to trade him for somewhere else, and they bring Rizzo on a 2-year deal.
I like it. I like the thought process there. I mean, I've already predicted that Eric Hosmer will be traded, along with top Padres prospect C.J. Abrams, that they said he will not be traded. Their front office
Well, the
promised
chat was not about
he will
that.
not be traded, so I'm not backing down on that. You got to believe in something. So yeah, I like that, and that's I actually had a similar thought process here, Tim, because Rizzo is down on the depth chart of what's going to happen with the first baseman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's where, and I'm about to lose more friends. And I mean, you're like, Jake, you love the people. You're a man of the people. You're the people's source. Well, maybe not in a place where we have a strong hold. I have Anthony Rizzo going to the Atlanta Braves.
All right, well, that kind of leaks another one of your picks.
Sure
It
does.
does leak.
Yeah,
I'm leaking.
You're leaking.
I'm leaking.
Yes, leaky Jake. Trevor?
Now I kind of want to give my NL team.
Well,
You get one team.
whatever
man.
team you say goes on the
The
graphic.
first team that comes out.
The team you don't say, you don't get credit for.
Let me ask you a question. I have to ask you a Yankees question.
Okay.
Because that's going to be my AL prediction. Do they want Giancarlo Stanton to play the field?
No.
In September.
It really hamstrings him.
Sure
Oh, yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be a really good fit on the Yankees team. I think he really likes being there. I mean, he he fits perfectly.
Yeah.
But if Stanton's going to be the DH, then we're
Someone in the
not
chat.
going to go there.
Someone in the chat just said, Jake, why do you look like that?
I keep asking the same question.
Trev
bro.
keeps asking the same
This
question.
is confusing.
So are you going Yankees? It's not a bad
Rizzo
pick.
to the Yankees is an actual
Like
thing.
there's odds there. I think you'd have better odds than Jake and I, actually.
I'm deciding between the Brewers and the Yankees because I really like him on the Brew Crew and like it's like a cool storyline.
Wow.
And let me just say this right now. I'm very high on the Brew Crew.
Okay.
I'm
Awesome.
like really high on the Brew Crew right now. So I think for the graphics sake, I'll stick with the Yankees. I think he is a really good fit, and I think they have to like rethink their thinking. We've talked about this a lot on our show.
Mhm.
They got to rethink the way they think.
Yeah. No, I think you have a good, like odds wise. If DraftKings has odds, I think Yankees would probably be higher than
they're
our
up
two.
there.
So it's not a bad choice.
BBD, give a stimulator thumb of approval. When we do each player, you get to stimulate which one you think If you had to ride one of us as your
like
horse.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
you
I'm
get to
going
choose
with.
you get to choose your favorite of the three.
If it was like a book club recommendation, you put the BBD stamp on it.
I'd go with Trevor on this one.
Wow.
My man.
Lock it up.
All right, let's go to the next one.
So player number 9 is done.
Yes. Now we are on player number 8.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Dick Trickle down the
Kyle
list.
Schwarber. Schwarbo. And I'll go first here because I'd think Brewers.
Mm.
They Rowdy's back, but it's not a huge thing, not a huge contract. If the DH is coming to the NL, that like gives more availability there. Brewers been searching for a first baseman for a while now. Schwarber played first base in playoffs down the stretch. I mean, he's not traditionally there, but also if the DH opens, and I like his pop in Milwaukee. Pop. So I'm going Brew Crew for Schwarber.
Trev?
If I'm going to put Rizzo on the Yanks, then I'm going to piggyback and give Schwarber to the Brew Crew because I do see them adding impact
Wow.
bat like that.
Does Schwarbo have a little bit of the Jake goatee? Am I misremembering that?
He's just got a lot of Midwest in him.
It's fuller though. Yours is so just like
He's a guy like Roethlisberger. You look
trashy
at him and you
looking, I
go,
guess.
Midwest.
You're giving me a trashy goatee.
He looks like Penn from Penn and Teller. Schwarber, a little bit.
a little bit.
Looks like he'd be his cousin.
Schwarber.
Although, can I say this?
Say it.
Love. This is now back-to-back guys returning. I love Schwarber on the Red Sox too.
So I picked that. I think you can hide him in left field pretty good. Like he's not an awful outfielder. He just has limited range. Like that's not his craft. The dude is an absolute mauler. Like we talked about it with his original free agency, the timing of it after the shortened season. Kyle Schwarber's a beast. He's always been a feared hitter. Nothing about his stats feel fluky ever. Like, you expect that guy to do well. I mean, since 2018, he has an 851 OPS. We went through OPSs at one point on Talking Baseball earlier this year. 851, you kind of put in a category like, oh, that's a good ball player. That's a
really
great
good.
ball
Really
player.
good. Yeah.
So I think Boston, he was obviously a fit personality-wise. Right now I think roster resource has Jarren Duran penciled in as their left fielder. Let's see what he turns into. But, yeah, you got options because they can hide him in left field, and a lot of other teams don't have that. So I think Schwarbo stays. Baston.
Okay.
We talked about this on Baseball Today a little bit. The Rockies are like in on Schwarber.
Yeah.
And this is true. This is like a thing. And I said, there's a possibility that he goes there because at this point in his career, I'm taking the money.
Why would
I'm taking
any
the money.
free agent sign? If you're an agent in baseball right now, and you,
I'll tell you why.
And you tell your player to sign with the Rockies, you should be fired as an agent. It's bad advice.
Denver's
Not if they
beautiful.
offer you an extra year and their AAV's higher. Like at this point in his career,
care
he's got a
about-
World Series,
Yeah.
and he's 29. He's going to be 29 years old
Yeah.
coming up. Like it's his chance to get the payday.
Yeah. If you're an agent who has a player that just wants to get money, not be competitive, nor happy with his surroundings, send him to Colorado.
Jim, Denver's beautiful. So
I'm
surroundings
not
is
knocking
loose.
that.
The problem is the outfield in Denver is huge, and I just said that's tough for Schwarber. So they'd be penciling him at DH, which
Sure.
again is what it is. But Jim, one of my most disliked NBA players for no reason for a while was George Hill. I've talked about this on here before. Beautiful, good-looking guy. Always thought he was the weakness on the Pacers teams that were making Eastern Conference Finals
This
runs.
is mean to George Hill.
I ended up loving George Hill
Okay.
because, Jim, he signed a Massey big boy contract, I believe, with Sacramento. And everyone was like, dude, like, okay, George Hill, like, he's going to get the bag. Midway through the year, he's like, I want out.
Yeah.
Traded. So if you're Schwarbo,
You
Go
can't
to
really do
Coors,
that in baseball.
hit a couple ding-dongs, play well, and then a contending team will be like, we want that. So then you get the payday. You get to see the mountains for a year or two.
Didn't work well for Story. That's what he thought was happening to him.
No, but he wasn't getting paid yet.
I know, but I mean, they've not
It's a
traded
new front
people.
office, Jim.
They should have traded Gray. I mean,
It's a new front office.
No, they just have a new scout, who's his son.
And
the
they've
son,
got
yeah.
some special advice.
It just look if they're gonna have to throw
Their
the bag
goatee
at
does not
any
play in
free
Denver.
agent.
No.
Anybody that goes to Colorado is getting much more money to go to Colorado. No one's going there if they get the exact same offer.
I saw Jim had a wandering eye for a second, and I couldn't see it. And our guy, Joe's McFly, it looks like he's playing a video game.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the stream lounge right now, which we can see from our office, which is awesome. Well, Joe's McFly is head of JM Gaming, so, I mean, that's what he does. But he's got the TV that you can wheel anywhere, and he's, I mean, it's pretty cool that we have a window in our studio now. We're not just in a closed-off room, because I'm watching Joe's. Well, he's not playing yet.
It just looks like it's a still of a video game that I don't think you could pay me and Jimmy to play, but it
It looks like there's a little boy wearing a backpack in the middle of a grassy area with a tent and a fireplace and like a, it looks like a modern Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman video game.
So
I didn't
look
realize
up
you
at-
guys can actually see what's on his TV. 'Cause I can see the control room that shows the cameras of the room. So I
Yeah.
see him sitting on a chair.
Yeah, I can also, Jake doesn't
Yeah,
have that. I can also see he's eating right now.
Yeah,
He's eating.
that's all I could see.
So once he's done eating, he's probably going to start playing. Yeah, just took a bite. Looks like he's got a salad bowl.
BBD stamp of approval. Two
Um,
Brewers in a Boston, right?
kind of 1.5. I'd roll with Boston. Schwarber looks kind of like a guy that's just a normal dude and pulled up and said want to play baseball, and that plays in Boston really well. And he fit in perfectly when we saw him there last year. Heidemann left, play some first.
Okay.
Schwarber to the Red Sox, official.
Confirmed.
I like it.
Do you have like a little ka-ching noise or something we can once we figure out where they're going?
You mean like a cash register?
Something like that, of that ilk.
Okay. Let me see if I have one.
Cha-ching.
Well,
Okay.
that one blows, dude.
It was a little late.
I typed in ka-ching on YouTube.
How about that?
You like that better?
Yeah. Okay, next.
I mean, it just repeats, so it's over. I'm not doing that anymore.
Over.
I'll find another soundbite. Okay, number 10 is next. Kenley Jansen. I think there's going to be some on the list that we should breeze through. I don't know if you guys have lots of topics or thoughts on him. Dodgers, I'm over it.
Dodgers OI.
What does that mean?
Over it.
Yeah, Dodgers over it.
Oh.
Where do you got Kenley going?
Oh man, I don't know. Angels.
Oh, yeah. I think you gave a speech about that at one point.
Angels.
Little
Doesn't have to move.
crosstown. Yeah. Gets a ridiculous
They need pitching.
payday.
They
Yeah.
need pitching.
Okay.
Do the Angels still have a Iglesias?
Yeah.
He was really good for
Nate
him,
Steele,
right?
back me up, baby. Back me up, mate.
Back him up, Nate.
Pick him up, Nate.
Back him up. Okay, cool.
Roll with Trev.
Wow.
It'd be fun.
Kenley Jansen to
It'll
the
be fun.
Angels.
Kenley Jansen to the Angels. You like that better? What about the bike bell?
Bike Bell always plays.
All right, we'll bike bell it then. Cool.
I'm kind of getting into the Angels too, just so you guys know.
Hilarious. We're getting into Trout.
Did you hit him up yet? What did he
Dude,
say
I
about
thought
coming on the show?
I thought about replying. He tweeted yesterday. I thought about replying.
We're
to it.
close.
Okay.
I don't need him on the
Close.
show. Need him with a blitzball bat in his hand. The next one we're talking about is number 2, Kris Bryant.
KB,
Yes, I like this one.
Your
Here we go.
guy. Trev, bat leadoff.
Yeah, go.
No, I want you guys to go first.
Okay.
But you said you liked it so much, and then you bowed out a little bit. I have an interesting one for you guys.
This is tough for me. I've got no feel on it.
tough for me.
Okay.
I've got no feel on it.
Little Yoda-y. Little Yoda-y.
I'm trying to piece together all my free agent pieces because you have to do that. We don't know where anybody's going to sign, and each one changes everything.
You ready for mine?
Yes.
And I'll never be Royals. Benintendi only got 1 year left. Witt only got 1 year left. Infield open. They like signing people in a surprise fashion. His eyes would look delicious in the uniforms. And that's mostly why I picked it. And I wanted to do some like that I haven't seen other people saying because those always happen. And I really didn't know with Bryant because he can play so many positions. You get outfield, infield. The Royals want to compete. They bring people in. They got some pitchers coming up. And they got people leaving. So I have them going to the Royals. No idea. This was kind of my sneak attack or like my outside the box. I don't know if people have talked about this, but that's what I had.
Wow. Trev, you still want to hear both?
I muted myself. My landscapers are here. Can you guys hear that?
Oh my God. No, we can never.
Okay, good.
Hear that.
I'm going to go. I think this is kind of not outside the box, but it is because it's going to bring their payroll up to close to $300 million. I'm going to go the New York Mets. I think Uncle Stevie's going to go. He's going to keep going. And Bryant, I'm going to say this a lot on this show. He fits on any team. Okay. But Mets making another splash, maybe another pitcher too. They're rumored to be doing it. Go get him, KB.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard the Mets KB stuff. I just don't see it. They already have extra hitters, and I do think they're going to package for a trade at some point. But, and like you're saying, I mean, Kris Bryant finds his way into the lineup on any baseball team. So if he's eyeing the Mets and they're into it, you figure it out and you make transactions after that. I'm going with the other kind of chalk KB pick, Jim, kind of in the same mindset of you. I wanted to find.
I think there's another answer that was the first one that came to my head, but
I wanted to find the oddball KB pick, but I think it's Seattle.
Yeah.
I think that's another kind of the most important thing. I think his eyes would still pop with that.
Oh, no.
I think with
not nearly as much.
I think it would still pop. And I think it'd be a comfortable place for him. Like, I think there's good things going on in Seattle, and I think he'd be like, I think he'd dig it. Like, I think there's a group of contingency of guys in Major League Baseball that are like, where is Seattle? It's pretty far away. I think Kris Bryant's a chiller. That's an official term. And I think he's man, talk about plug and play. Like, you know what you're going to get. They can move him around the field, and he can be kind of a staple of this future Seattle 5-year run.
I like it because I think Seattle's a front runner.
Yeah, they're one of the favorites.
They're one of the ones people are talking about a lot. But so yeah, I was trying to.
I'm changing my answer, by the way.
So what? Seattle?
Haven't gotten your pick. Interested to see what you've changed to.
You said Mets.
Oh, you did. Excuse me. I was mad.
I did say Mets, and we just did a segment again on Baseball Today about it. We were fantasizing about a $300 million payroll. Maybe that caught me up. Someone in the chat put this out there, and it makes a ton of sense. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go to the Phillies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who in the chat said it? We should shout him out.
Yeah. Where is it?
Channel name? Oh no, it was
I
John
can't find
G.
him right
John
now. I can't
G.
find him right now, but
John G said it.
It actually makes a ton of sense, and I still believe Philly has like a team that can win, especially if you had a guy like Kris Bryant, like Suarez, Nola, Wheeler. Like that dog Hunt. You just got to figure out a few pieces there.
Dog Hunt. I told Jake I wanted to start saying that more like 2 weeks ago.
Dog Hunt.
Dog Hunt. Yeah, I think your guys' picks are more like make sense. Like I think when Twitter or Instagram just sees the graphic, there's gonna be a lot of Royals. What the fuck is Jimmy thinking? But I was trying. There's always this weird signing.
Yeah, I like the Phillies are gonna sign like a corner outfield guy, whether it's Schwarber.
And they have to sign someone. They can't trade for anybody. They don't have a farm system to do that, so they have to go do it through free agency.
Schwarber, Conforto, KB, yeah, Castellanos.
All right,
Philly's
BBD.
like for sure gonna sign somebody, but I don't know if I'd put them as the favorite for any particular guy. So I have no idea who it'll be, and I'm going with Jake.
Welcome to Seattle, KB.
Welcome, Seattle, and the Phillies. Okay.
Do you see the phrase, when I'm an old man, I want to say to young kids?
Keep your tip clean?
No, I tweeted out last night. Don't tie your shoes too tight and just walk away.
What does that mean?
It's just kind of like, don't worry about it.
That's what that translates to?
A little bit, yeah.
I think it means worry about it. It means be ready to take your shoes off and run.
No. No.
Like, be ready to like.
No, don't let. It's like you don't have to strap in. You know. So get ready for that.
That wasn't where I thought you were going.
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
the opposite.
But, I guess it makes sense.
Thank you, Trevor.
I'm with Jake. It's like
I thought
it's okay if you
I
have
thought
to
it meant
retie
like
your
don't
shoes
stay
later.
a while. Don't stay a while. Is like what I took it. Like you're gonna leave here soon.
So when you stay somewhere, you tie your shoes as tight as possible.
Well, like if
You tie your shoes
if
as
you're,
tight
like-
as possible if you're like getting ready for something. Like I might need to run.
or like
it's
if
kinda
you're
the
just
opposite.
going outside.
It's kind of the opposite.
Like I put my boots on and I don't tie them if I know that I'm gonna take them off soon.
Sure.
So if you're on the street talking to people and you tell them that, they're gonna be like, "What? I need to go."
I mean, you're starting to get it, but
I don't get it.
with more time, you will.
The next one we're gonna do is number 3, Trevor Story.
Rockies 10 years. Let's go. Run it back,
No.
baby.
Locked.
Just kidding. Don't put that on the graphic.
I don't know. You said it.
Jim said locked pretty
Yeah.
quick. Friend of the pod.
Yeah, for another program.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm going heart pick here all the way. I want him on the Yankees.
I changed my Twitter profile name. First time I did that in a while because I was really scared and wasn't sure how to between handle and name. So I made sure I did it right. Trevor Story's a Yankee.
Yeah.
As he will play shortstop next year, and then he will gracefully transition to left field.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that for you guys. I really wouldn't. I'd be very happy for you because we love
Bones.
Trevor Story. He came on the show and blew us all away.
Total heartstring.
You want a
pick.
fist bump, Trev?
You guys are both going Yanks, right?
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
not. I'm putting them. I got Carlos Correa going somewhere else, and I got the Astros needing to fill a void, and I got him sliding right in there, and them
gross.
continuing their just run that they've been on.
It's disgusting.
Maybe even making them a
Fuck, dude.
World Series favorite. I don't know. Trevor Story to the Astros.
Great pick.
BBD, who are you stamping?
I'm with you guys.
To the Yankees he goes.
Terrible pick, Trev.
That's gross. Okay, hey, I just did random
You
number.
look good.
I did
You
random
look
number.
good.
It went to number 1. There we go. That is Carlos Correa. I'm going Astros. I hope he just goes back there and life's easy.
Mm.
I don't think it works that way.
Trev, I hope he just goes back there and life's easy.
Where's the fun in that? You know, like I think
I get
he's-
to continue to hate him.
Mm.
That's fun. You need rivals and enemies. If he comes to the Yankees, I got to start liking
Okay.
him and putting up with his weirdness. That's gonna.
You guys did it with A-Rod.
Right.
We did for a little bit.
You did.
We did for a little bit. You will. You're fans. You
Because
know.
he's really good.
But you know what's more fun? Not having to do that.
Didn't like already hate A-Rod when he got here too.
I'm hearing that Yankees aren't signing a shortstop. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Mad dog face, you.
Well, you know, I texted Cashman. I asked him. He said, "Shrug."
Keith Law said Volpe's a star. It's just when is he going to be a star? It's not if, it's when.
Feel that?
Who'd you just say?
Feels like when you text me when you're
It's
drunk.
my best friend Keith.
Should we have Keith on?
No.
Let's get
All right.
Keith on here.
No.
All right, we'll have Keith on.
Him and I would probably get along. I
His
think.
Twitter is like fun ruiner. Isn't that like his bio?
Yes.
Like I'm.
Can I get my prediction for Carlos Correa?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole segment.
Now there are 2 teams.
Yeah. I thought you.
The Tigers would be a lot of fun. But he's not going to the Tigers. He's going to your Yankees. You're going to have to love him. He's the next A-Rod. Book it.
Wow.
Hope they win. He's a very good baseball player. Story's just as good.
You guys didn't respond to my idea for an episode we should do with Buster last night. We're all brainstorming.
I liked it
Okay.
in my head.
Okay.
I just don't know if Buster gets high.
It doesn't have to be. Fellas,
And I think he's more into the Civil War.
you guys know I've been all 6s and 7s on this Correa free agency from the start.
Okay.
It's gotten crazier. He jumps over to Boris during the lockout. Everyone says Yankees, doesn't seem Yankees. Like they haven't really seemed in. And we're pretty decently on the pulse of the Yankees, and it's starting to feel like Machado and Harper, like both of them wanted the Yankees to be in, but they were never really in. So the other team that had been scud-buttling in my mind was the Dodgers. But that's just never seemed like a fit because they have Trey Turner. I would just lock up Trey Turner, have him be your shortstop. So we've talked about these second tier of teams that are going to get into the Correa race. I have Carlos Correa going to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
They brought in Dombro.
What say that word again? Scud?
Scuttlebutt.
But that's not okay. I know you said scud buttling.
I said scuttlebuttling, which again, not a word. So I'm not sure why you're looking into it, but yeah, Correa ends up with the Phillies. They end up rolling out the bag. They're in with Harper. Like you said, Trev, they have to make their moves in free agency. Correa and Harper, a little righty-lefty. Almost evil vibes from that team, but I think Philly might like it.
I have a Phillies plug. I'll ask Destiny. We'll ask, but I like it. I think he fits there. I mean, I'm on the Phillies, man.
So you're on
Mark
the
my
Phillies.
words. I'm on the Phillies.
You're
Who
on
did I
the
give him? I
Mets?
just gave him somebody, didn't I?
Are you on
KB.
the Mets?
You gave him KB.
I'm not on the Mets just yet.
He was briefly, then he changed to the Phillies.
Okay. And you're on
I
the
have
Angels.
I have two teams that are like, I've pretty much already picked my World Series prediction. I got to go through the TPPs. We got to see where these free agents end up. But I have two teams that I'm very high on.
Someone in the
but yeah,
someone in the
Phillies.
Someone in the chat said Phillies with two high-paid guys. No, Jake.
That's a lot.
No. Jake has Correa going there.
Well, they could be referencing Harper and Correa one.
Harper's already.
Oh, Harper already there.
Harper has 10 more.
That money's already spent. So
His annual value's already a bargain.
me Astros, Jake Phillies, Trev Yankees, BBD Stamps.
Love everything what Jake was saying about the Phillies. If he comes to the Yankees, I'll be happy, but I want to manifest back to Houston. Life's easy. So I'm with you, Jake.
Yes.
Stamped.
And he'll probably sign with the Tigers.
Stay hated.
They got Baez.
You can't have two good infielders?
No.
I think you could.
Didn't the Rangers just do that?
I think
Maybe.
you could.
Next up, we got number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carlos Rodon.
Ooh, this is a big bet somebody's going to be making.
I went a little weird. I don't know how weird, but he kind of, I don't know what's going on. I have a team that I think he fits the bill a little bit, but I don't. This could be.
This was the hardest one.
Yeah. So I just tried to get. Yeah, whatever. Trevor, you go first. I've gone first too many times.
Go first, Trevor.
Where's You can't hear
He's
us?
thinking.
Was he thinking or he can't hear us?
He's thinking. His
the
lawnmower that
lawnmower,
we've
yeah.
never heard is really close to him. So I guess
Yeah.
I'll go.
Moses
Rodon is
Long
tough.
Gold.
BBD said it pre-show. Every team needs pitching, so you can literally any team is pretty much open to signing Carlos. I'm going with the team Trev's always been on. I'm going with his Angels. Why not?
Why not?
Why not us?
Why not?
The Angels, they got the new front office. They literally drafted all pitchers. They're taking the bet on Syndergaard. If we're placing big boy bets, let's keep placing them. Let's bring in Rodon. Let's get a pitching staff in L.A. Shohei, Syndergaard, Rodon, Sandoval. Your AL West third place Angels. Welcome.
Trev?
I don't hate it. I want to give all the pitching to LA or the Angels. Excuse me. I can't even call them LA. I can't believe I just did that.
I can't believe you did
That was
that.
gross.
I will say this. I like him on the West Coast. I do like him actually in Los Angeles, and I like him with the Dodgers.
Ooh.
The Dodgers know they need pitching,
Mm.
and they had a surplus, and now they don't have a surplus of pitching. And I think he's kind of one of those guys that it's not going to be a huge commitment. It's not going to be a long commitment. So they like doing those type of deals. I think he's a fit. I like to see him out there. I want the Dodgers to be a juggernaut. I like when the Dodgers are a juggernaut, and they need more if they want to continue to be that.
Okay. Dodgers. I went Cubs. You know how much the Stroman signing threw me for a loop? Like, whoa, wait. You're going for it? In the next 2 years? I know Jake's theory on it, that this year's let's see, and then next year they either trade him or they go for it. But they gave Stroman big money, and it doesn't make sense to me that they wouldn't make more moves. And the rest of their rotation, I mean, it's Hendricks, and that doesn't exist.
Hey, Wade Miley was good last year.
I know, and Alec Mills is my favorite.
Your favorite.
But it's shallow. And
Alec Mills is like your oldest son. You love him. You are tough on him.
I think he's like a cousin that was close in age.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I don't hate it, Jim.
Trev doesn't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I do. Mine and Mills
the Stroman
relationship
thing
or
is
to the Cubs.
The Stroman thing with the Rodon would be a fit, because signing him and not signing anybody else is extremely
weird.
Sus. That's what the kids say. That's sus.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. Do you want to know who the Dodgers starting pitchers are on Fangraphs roster resource right now?
Need it.
Walker Buehler, Julio Urias. That's a beautiful one too.
Dustin May
has had TJ last year. He ain't pitching this year.
What?
Tony Gonsolin, Andrew Heaney, David Price. Trevor Bauer removed all the Dodger stuff from his profile. I don't know doesn't seem like he's going to be pitching for the Dodgers. So if they don't get Kershaw back, which spoiler, I think I might choose somebody different.
Ooh.
Rodon fits them. BBD, give me your damn stamp.
Yeah, the Stroman Cubs stuff, very interesting. But Rodon, I picture him in an Angels uniform really well. Yeah. And it feels like Angels vibes. That's the picture they
doesn't have to leave Chicago.
I always love that.
Oh, that is why I liked the Kenley one earlier with Trev. But
Angels have signed 50 pitchers, and they needed. How crazy is it that they actually needed to do what they're doing? They're on the extreme side of just signing only pitchers, but they put themselves in such a bad situation that it was like absolutely necessary for them to do that. How did you get to that point?
Trying to put butts in seats.
Yeah.
Sell tickets, Jim?
The Angels? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. People go.
Where can I get tickets?
SeatGeek.com.
Wow.
Code Talkin. They make it very
Hold on.
easy. Yeah, we're holding.
No, wait, we're doing I'll talk after. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll continue with the SeatGeek read. Because today's episode is sponsored by SeatGeek, sponsoring the whole show. They got an app. You scroll around. You search what you want to do. Baseball, concerts, basketball, football, festivals, or more. They put tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. They rate every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good. Red means bad. Every ticket on SeatGeek is backed by their buyer guarantee, so you can shop for tickets with confidence. We've got you a nice little hookup. Code TALKIN, $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. $20 off your first purchase with the promo code TALKIN. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. TALKIN, $20 off your first order. What you got, Trev?
The chat is saying that sus doesn't mean what I think it means.
I mean, suspect. But people use it as like, that's sus, bro, because they're homophobic and like it gets used.
Yeah. So like,
I'm
suspect.
I mean, it means it's short for suspect, which
you can use it that way.
You can use it that way, but a lot of people just use it for the homophobic way.
Oh, well, I'm out on it. Out on that word.
Okay.
Even though I just used it perfectly.
We'll get you working on mid.
You did use it perfectly.
Mid is, I think, I can use mid. I get mid.
Mid's the next
one.
one.
You guys explained it to me last night. Does it come from like mid-grade weed? Like,
yep.
Oh, then
I think it just comes from middle.
Yeah, it's not mid-grade weed.
It just comes from
the first. It comes from the mid part of
I ain't a slang guy, but people's confusion with the word mid has thrown me for a loop. It's just short for middle.
Ooh, sus could also be suspicious.
Yes, but it's supposed to be used as like an insult.
Yeah.
Like someone who's kind of good,
No, you're mid.
but
You don't
you're taking a shot at them by
Of
calling
course.
them mid.
Yeah.
Dude, there's times where like being mid is like legit.
Right.
Strive for it.
Like Trev, I think you were kind of mid, but in like the best way.
I used to have a saying that was average as ideal.
Yeah. Okay.
Strive to be average, man. There's less hassle there. Okay. Next is
Tweet from Joe's. LMAO, I'm just testing out the new Pokemon Arceus Legends game. LMAO going to be doing a review. Damn, can't eat. Sheesh.
he's eating. He's lying. Well, now he's playing.
Talking
He's,
about us critiquing him.
Oh.
As the clip's out. Yeah.
Oh, the clip's out.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, now, yeah. He's playing now. That's a weird game.
We used to say regs.
Say that again.
We used to say regs. That's what
Regular?
regular
On the
weed
reg.
meant.
Yeah.
And then if you got Kush, you'd stick it on the window, and if it's stuck, that's Kush.
That's that sticky.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Nick Castellanos.
Miami. Been on it from the start.
Yeah, I also went Miami because I asked Matty Mass, producer of Farm to Fame, and he said Miami. So
I'm on the Miami train as well.
Easy.
Fort Lauderdale guy. He's
easy
right
stamp.
there.
Easy stamp for
a
BBD.
Marlins fan.
Yeah, I'm going with the Marlins too.
Jeets and Kim are on this one. Castellanos is a Marlin.
Yeah, always been.
God.
That's cool. It's a good job. Easy segment.
I love Nick Castellanos, by the way. Like
Yeah.
he's his Rose rotation. He went on that, right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Him
time.
and Aguilar are gonna have fun. Okay. Next up, Clayton Kershaw.
I mean, Trev, I think you're the one that's going to drop the bomb, right?
I already gave my pick. It's me and Matthew going to be out there at the end of the Super Bowl, and I'm going to announce Kershaw to the Rangers, and they're going to boo me out of the stadium.
I also
That's my dream.
What a scene.
I also have Rangers, and I would like him to stay with the Dodgers because I do like that for him. But the Rangers, it's not the same thing as the Cubs because obviously the Rangers are there. But I think they need a pitcher to complement everything that they've been doing. And they might be a little more aggressive and a little more new for Kershaw. But, I mean, I think I'm betting the underdog in my head. Like, if you ask me, like, odds, I'd say, like, 55% he goes back to the Dodgers, 45 Rangers. But I'm choosing to bet the underdog.
Okay.
I think it's LA. And I know these are the two teams that are in the Mix Master right now because Clayton's ties to Highland Park, Texas. Shout out. Been there, went on a couple dates there. Not a big deal.
Ooh.
Used to drive through there on like the Christmas holiday because it's the nice neighborhood. So all the, basically a battle of decorations and everything like that. I think he stays in LA. Trev, like you said, the Dodgers pitching isn't what you think the Dodgers pitching is right now. So keep playing home. But like you guys, I flip-flop on this one every day. Like I've said earlier on this podcast.
day.
Yeah, every day.
Oh, my God.
I've said earlier on
Every
here
day.
that, like, it's a perfect time for him to leave. Like, he can tip of the cap, shake hands, and move on and start a second half of his career. But LA kind of needs him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They treated him so mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't. What was his contract situation at the end of the year? They didn't offer him a qualifying offer, right?
Free? I think they're.
That could have been them doing him a favor.
Could have been a nice
They
thing.
they said that. They said that, but there's some like medical stuff that I don't know if it's. And I'm saying this is I don't know anything. But it seems to me like, he did get hurt at the end of the year, and like they just said, maybe it's time for him to go test the waters.
Well, the injury wasn't like regs. Like, I think that was a pretty, like, real.
It seems a little fishy the way that whole situation was handled.
I think, like BBD alluded to, they said, hey, Clayton, you're a legend. we won't put the QO on you, so you can get your best offer, and we will match it. Boom.
They say that. That's what they said. I understand that, but front offices don't do stuff like that.
And sometimes maybe they do.
God, if they did, hey, tip your cap, man. I'd love it. I'm skeptical.
Paul O'Neill says he would never tip his cap to a pitcher. Jack Curry's writing a book about Paul O'Neill, Trev, and we read it and we interviewed Jack on Talkin Yanks yesterday. And one of the tidbits was Paul O'Neill said, I hate when people say tip your cap to the pitcher who made the perfect pitch. He said, because I hit that pitch in an at-bat earlier. I can hit every pitch. You
like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's how I was. I never gave pitchers credit. Wasn't as good as Paul O'Neill.
He was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good.
He was also crazy. Like you know how you say like you have to be able to leave things and not like, you have to be able to forget and stay in the middle. You can't get too high, too low. He was like, no, I couldn't. Like I was high all the time. He's like,
yeah.
If I went hitless in a game, I didn't think about it. I thought about it every second until the start of the next game, which is opposite of a lot of baseball players say. And he says a lot of his teammates would, short memory. He was like, not long memory.
Was he like obnoxious with it? Because that's when it gets like, if you're like down in the dumps after you do poorly and super high after you do well, that's like over 162. You're going to rub a lot of people.
No, I think even
so
when
he
I think he was, no, I think he was always angry.
Like if he hit like a cheapy home run, like a short porch home run, he'd be like, I didn't catch that well.
He didn't celebrate those. But no, all the reports were he's a great teammate because everyone thought he was selfish because he got mad at himself for striking out all the time. And they said, no, he's mad at himself because he didn't help the team. But
if he's staying one level, like it doesn't matter what level it's.
Yeah.
If you're that's what you want is just consistency. So if he's like you need guys like that energy.
Yeah. That intensity.
I like that.
It was a good interview with Curry, and it's a good book, so everyone go check it out if you're interested in Paul O'Neill. What do we got?
If it's any team besides those two, I'd be very surprised. Trev's comments a couple minutes ago, I'm on the Rangers side right now.
I said Rangers too, so Trev and Jimmy's comments really won it over. The last one is Freddie Freeman. I have Braves. We know that Jake doesn't. Trev,
it would be a monumental mistake for the Braves to not bring Freddie Freeman back. So
fully agree.
Freddie.
Yeah. I was saying fully agree.
He's a statue guy. Go get your statue, Freddie. Go back in Atlanta, finish out your career there, and then you can come back to LA. We'll love you, baby.
Trev, I mean, I think you need to focus on the last part of that statement a little more. I talk about Clayton and how he's a good handshake and move on. Hey, a statue of Freddie would be badass. I love it, Atlanta. Bring back your boy and pay him. We kind of haven't treated Freddie Freeman like a real free agent from the start because he came off an MVP year and then they won the World Series. And we're like, well, if you're Atlanta, you got to re-sign Freddie. Hey, if I'm Freddie, I want that money. And I like LA. And at the end of the day, if you're Freddie, he's going to do him. And it's not his responsibility to stay in Atlanta. And the Dodgers, they can roll out that bag for him. And why not? They're going to get the DH spot. You can have Muncy DH. Like, you have so much flexibility. He's Freddie Freeman, dude. And the Dodgers, we keep talking about it like, that lineup is still there. There's still a lot of names. The pitching kind of isn't. We haven't talked about them too much this free agency. They brought back Chris Taylor. They lost Max Scherzer. They lost Corey Seager. These are the Dodgers, dude. And I think they might just keep raising the ante until the Braves say, all right, Rizzo, come to town. Freddie, enjoy it.
Freddie's numbers
I
so
love
good,
it,
dude.
Jake, I got to be honest with you. You made a lot of really good points there. We have not treated Freddie like a regular free agent. We've always said, yeah, go back to Atlanta, Freddie. That is not what he has to do. He's given everything to that franchise and more.
But we're all in agreement that you're like, if he doesn't go back to the Braves, it's on the Braves. So I agree with what I think we're all in the same thing.
Yes.
Trev and I are just hoping the Braves outbid the Dodgers and treat them.
No team discount. We're not saying that at all.
No, whatever the Dodgers give him, up it by a little bit and bring him back because he's a statue guy. He's got great posture for a statue.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to fix it.
Good chin.
If you made a statue of me, it'd be like, well, he's a little more slouched than that usually.
Your statue would be with a little kid to try to give you
like a little more
size.
Yeah, like Freddie.
He passed baseball
got the
on.
statue shoulders, he's great.
Brian Dixon in the chat brings up a great point.
Say?
He says, Brian Dixon in the chat brings up a great point. He said, Braves have too many team-friendly contracts to not shell it out.
Yes.
For Freeman.
So,
they kind of have to do it.
Here's what I'll
say.
I
agree with I agree with if they don't do it, go elsewhere. But the Braves,
Freddie,
got to do it.
Freddie's got a young family. Okay. Now, if he goes and signs, how long of a deal are we talking for Freddie here?
I feel like everyone's been in like the 6 range, I think.
So he has to think about that. Okay, my kids are going to have to start school. They're going to have to do it in Atlanta. Okay, he's got like a 5-year-old kid or something, and I think a new baby. I don't know. He's got young kids.
Okay.
So that would mean you have him 6 more years in school out in Atlanta, and then maybe do you move him back to LA and change him right in the middle of all that? Like, that's the thing he has to think of. So to your point, Jake, like if he's setting up his future and LA comes with the bag and he's like, I could just like go home and I could put my kids in school now and they're just going to be in school and with their peers for like the long run. That's something that's very appealing to people. So gosh, dang, man.
Another Jakey point. When we talk about a free agency, we talk about what teams are involved. Dodgers are interested. I know we haven't talked about it in a while. The Yankees really need a first baseman. Like, I think the Dodgers and Yankees are legitimately in on Freddie Freeman. And if those are the teams you're bidding against, like, those are the big boys. Those are the heavyweights that if you're Atlanta and if you're Freddie, because, Freddie's worried about optics. He is a star. Like, hey, you got that city a ring. Like, you did all the good stuff. It would be a great time for him to move on. And end of the day, with every other free agency, it comes back to the money. And Dodgers got that and all the family stuff and all that. So, I don't know. Braves, roll it out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want it.
LA is going to be the epicenter of the sports world for like the next decade. But we have just like so much shit coming here. Like, it's not just the sports teams. Like,
walk us through the decade.
We have the Super Bowl coming up.
Yep.
We have the Olympics coming here.
All-Star game.
We have the All-Star game coming up. The Clippers are building a brand new stadium, a massive one. We just got SoFi in. I'd assume we'd probably host another Super Bowl because this one's going to go. So like the SoFi is just going to be an incredible venue. There's other ones too.
It is. You're all right. Like it's too much. Spread the love out. LA.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think that's appeal. I don't know. Like for Freddie, like the family thing changed my pick. Maybe I might lean now. But because the Braves fans love me, I'm staying with the Braves.
I just hope the Braves give him the correct offer.
Match.
Best come correct.
Match everything, Atlanta.
BBD.
Braves, yeah, that the point about having all those guys on team friendly deals, gotta shell it out.
Okay. We did it.
2028 Olympics, LA. See you there, Trev.
Crazy, dude.
So, in summation, I will just read the BBD stamped approval ones. For Carlos Correa, he agreed with me on the Astros. For Kris Bryant, he agreed with Jake going to Seattle. Trevor Story, BBD stamped the Yankees, which was me and Jake. Freddie Freeman, BBD stamped the Braves, which was me and Trev. Clayton Kershaw, BBD stamped the Rangers, which was Trev and myself. Carlos Rodon, Angels got the stamp, which was Jake. Nick Castellanos, we all said the Marlins. Kyle Schwarber, Red Sox got stamped. That was Jake. Rizzo, Yankees, Trev, good job. And Kenley Jansen, Angels, also Trev, good job.
I don't love that Kenley Jansen pick, but we'll ride with it.
Okay.
Seemed fun.
Trev, you got 4
I
stamps.
want the Angels to be good.
You do.
I just want these moves to start happening, man. These are...
Jake, you got 5 stamps. Trev got 5 stamps. Was BBD just being very even-keeled here?
Ugh. Gross, BBD. Why would you ever be even-keeled?
It's gross.
Disgusting.
Well, I got 5 stamps. So,
Wow.
I mean, I think the stamps are called into question now. I think BBD was tallying a list, trying not to hurt any of our feelings.
I told you which person's speech, for the most part, gave me those leanings. One more to Trev. The Story one, you guys split that stamp.
Stamp split.
Nice. I'm also getting a stamp for the other one because I said it.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just...
Degrees of stamps.
It's kind of that... The sad lockout moment where it's like, damn, a couple of these guys are franchise-altering players. Would love to know where they're going. Love to know where Carlos Correa is going to spend the next decade.
What's funny is Matt Olson's already traded like behind the scenes probably, and it's just going to mess all of this up.
Oh, God.
I do think I'm hoping that that's how it flows. I think that they're going to wait out the Freddie and the. I think that I've said this a ton. I think the A's should wait out the Freddie and the Rizzo signings.
Get them desperate.
And get whoever didn't get Freddie and didn't get Rizzo desperate for.
On 3, Saya Suzuki pick wouldn't even do
wow.
that. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Giants.
Stays.
You can listen to my thoughts on baseball today. I gave him to see Rose. He has not even taken any trips out here to the States to do like his, dig me meetings. So it's all conjecture.
This is from Zentino the Great.
What's that an image of?
And he captioned it and not in a good way.
That's weird. It's confusing.
Just in case you saw that, Jake, and you were like, oh, a compliment.
Is
Nice.
that Howie from the Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys over NSYNC all day, by the way. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But you look just like him.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the episode. We did great.
Love
we
you
had
guys.
fun. Everyone enjoyed it. More CBA talk whenever we get actual
Some lawn
stuff.
care.
Some lawn care. Some gopher killing.
Love you, New York.
I'm putting
Goodbye.
turf in my backyard.
That's badass.
It's critters, man.
You're suffocating.
Critters. You like critters?